Good morning and happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us here on The News Now. If you're watching us on our app, on our website, Amazon Fire, Roku, or Twitter, thank you so much. And also a big thank you to watching us on Facebook. I can even see your comments. I've got it here pulled up on my phone. So ask questions, talk to us. We will definitely check back in with you later. But let's get you caught up on some of the stories we're following for you here today on this Friday to get you ready for the day. We have an update on the deputy-involved shooting in Colquitt County, Georgia. One deputy was shot and another hit by a suspect after a shootout. This is the sheriff's office confirming that one person is dead. They have not said if it is either the suspect Nick Wardle or either of the two sheriff's deputies. A lot of questions remain unanswered, but the GBI says they're working with the sheriff to provide a mutual release sometime after lunch today. We're going to bring you those updates as they come in this morning. Now to a breaking overnight story out of Washington State. Deputies near Tacoma have ended a standoff with an armed man who had taken a hostage. Pierce County deputies responded just before midnight when someone entered a store with several guns. Deputies say that man took a hostage and started firing shots at first responders. They say the man was wearing body armor and had long rifles with him. Deputies shot and took him into custody. They say he was hurt during the arrest, but not seriously, and the hostage was not hurt. Neither were any deputies. We begin with an update again with a standoff in Effingham County. We told you about that beginning Wednesday night. Now, deputies tell us that standoff started as a domestic assault involving a registered sex offender. They found James Thayer barricaded inside a home on the 100 block of Sandpine Court in Springfield. Thayer had a gun and hid inside before eventually coming out of the home peacefully. Now, we know he was convicted of child molestation in 1992 and served 8 years in prison. The Effingham Sheriff's Office says they were monitoring him, but because of a new law passed in 2003, he had no restrictions on employment or where he could live.
If you committed a sex offense between 96 and 2003, the only restrictions you have on you are when you're on probation or parole. Once you come off of probation or parole, that is not a function of the state to monitor where you live or who you interact with, and there are no restrictions for it.
Thayer is being charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The Effingham County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the domestic assault call. More charges could follow in that case. The man who will be the chief of the Savannah Police Department says he feels completely supported by the leaders of the city. I actually got to sit down with him one-on-one yesterday and talk about the challenges upcoming with his new job. He plans to continue picking up the pieces following February's demerger. Both he and Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley have met and talked about ongoing issues of splitting technology or equipment. Minter hasn't worked in cities with crime rates as high as Savannah before, but says he's not worried about it.
Well, I have to keep in mind that even though I worked in areas that did not have a high crime rate, there's a reason why those areas didn't have a high crime rate. And it was because of some of the great things that we've been able to do.
Minter tells us some of those things were community involvement, technology, and tough enforcement. Minter is not quite the Savannah Police Chief yet, and here's why. He will hold the title of the Director of Police Services until he clears his Georgia Post certification and the paperwork that comes with that. No timeline just yet. If you would like to listen to the full interview, just head to WTOC.com and look for that story on our home page. Now, it's time again in South Carolina Low Country. I've got some good news for you guys, and it involves food, which always gets me going. You can save a little money and enjoy a beautiful city by the sea. Beginning today, restaurants in Beaufort, Port Royal, and the Sea Islands will be participating in Beaufort Restaurant Week. The 10+ day, yes, I did 10 days plus of food will go through September 16th. Restaurants participating will offer special priced menus during lunch and dinner. You can find that on our website, and we've got the restaurants there and for what it is going for on our website. It's under the Low Country page at WTOC.com. Now, if you're still looking for something to do this weekend, Savannah Weekends got you covered. They are talking about maybe running through the beautiful squares of Savannah, and there's a festival featuring bacon. Our Syria Sandland has the tips to help you plan your Savannah weekend.
This weekend we have the 5th annual Bacon Festival, and we will be out there cooking 3 great items. We're going to do a country fried bacon, we're going to do cherry glazed bacon on a stick, and we're going to do bacon wrapped ribs. I've thought about putting this on our menu because people really like it, but I don't know. I like to have something special that we just do out there. This is the first year we did it. We went through about 200, 300 pounds of bacon, and we've been slowly adding on to that each year. Last year we did about 500 pounds. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a really good time. People come out, they have fun. Music, bacon, some beers. Can't ask for much else for a good time.
On Saturday, you can remember and honor the lives lost on September 11th with the Tunnel to Towers 5K run right here in Orleans Square. The Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk series was created to honor the heroic life and death of Steven Siller, a New York City firefighter who lost his life on September 11th after strapping on his gear and running through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the Twin Towers. This event remembers all victims of the attacks on the towers and supports first responders and military who make sacrifices in the line of duty. This is a 5K, so about 3.1 miles. Anyone is welcome to walk or run in the event. You can sign up online or at the event.
Don't forget to share your pictures with us. Just post them to social using #SavannahWeekend and let us know what you're up to. Now, I'm checking out Facebook as we speak and seeing what some of the questions we've got so far. Lots of good mornings and happy Fridays. I hope you guys have a special weekend this weekend. Also, a lot of questions about this Georgia deputy shootout. I'm going to kind of go back over that a little bit to answer some of your questions. One deputy was shot and another hit by a car after a shootout with a suspect. They do say one man is dead, but they're not confirming if it's the suspect, Nick Wardle, or either of the 2 sheriff's deputies. We still have a lot of questions remaining, and we are waiting to get more updates. We're going to bring those to you as soon as we have them. If you have any more questions, continue to post them on Facebook, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. Coming up at 11, Cutter Martin has update on your weather and for the weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you soon.